What's up, tubers? It's James here, and welcome to my MCU worst to best countdown movies. We are currently up to 13 and 14, so the top end of my favourites. Not quite the best top 5, but we're getting there. So we are starting with, with number 13. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 2017, 2 hours and 16 minutes. Directed and written by James Gunn. Starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Michael Rooker, Karen Gillian, Pom Klementieff, Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell, and Tommy Flanagan makes an appearance as well. But yes, don't get me wrong, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's fun, it's random, it's weird. I knew the first one was going to do really well, but we'll talk about that one when that one comes up on the list. But this one, it felt oversaturated. Like for some, it was funny, but it was also like, oh look, we need to add jokes here. We need to add action here. Oh, pop references here. More fighting here. Laughs here. Fighting, laughs, music, fighting, laughs. It's like, okay, calm down, man. This is like an LSD trip. It had one of the best Stan Lee cameos. As he technically works for the theater or whatever it is. He's like, oh, let me tell you about this other time. It's like, oh, that's quite funny. Sylvester Stallone is pretty good in this one. Kurt Russell, one of his best roles. One of his most vile roles as well. It's like, you disgusting ass motherfucker. Like, oh, I'm trying to take over the galaxy, like, and make love to all the female inhabitants. But your mother, oh, she was the best. It's like, Dave Bautista does better in this role as he's more funny. Vin Diesel was Baby Groot, or just Baby Groot in general. It's just like, oh my god. It has one of the most emotional funerals probably in film history. You're watching my list, you know what we're up to. So Yondu dies, and then it's just like, holy crap. But yeah, like I said, it's oversaturated with pop culture references, over-the-top action for no reason most of the time, just to be like, oh, there's action, and visual effects. But if they calmed that down, it would have made it higher on the list. But it is funny. It is great. It is one, like, as a sequel, it works. And I'm looking forward to number 3, but on a different reason. But yes, the best thing, the cameo from David Hasselhoff too, and he was singing in the background. It's like, oh my god, it just works so well. You get more from Star-Lord, although he does fuck it up in Infinity War, but still, it's, we'll talk about that when we come to it. But yes, if you've seen the picture meme of Kurt Russell asleep in his chair, Zoe Saldana and Chris Pratt on their phones, there is a woman in the background that looks like she's working on Ego's, or like Kurt Russell's hair, because he's planet-sized, and it's really funny. Also, we get to see, who do we get to see? We get to see the Duck. Howard the Duck again. It's like, why are you there? But whatever. And number 14. It's the first standalone Antman. 2015. Hour and 57 minutes. Peyton Reed, written by Edgar Wright, and it was supposed to be directed by Edgar Wright, but there was some problems with it. And I have to say, I would have liked to have seen what he would have done with it. Hopefully, he gets hired in the future for other Marvel properties. Let's have a look. What do we got? We got Shadows. Last Night in Soho, Until the Sparks documentary. Okay, maybe not, but yeah. Starring Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, Evan Lily, Corey Stoll, Bobby Cannavale, Anthony Mackie, as a guest appearance. Judy fucking Greer, Michael Pena, T.I., and yes, we a young Michael Douglas as well, and a young John Slattery and Hayley Atwell show up too. But yes, as you notice, I'm not a fan of Judy Greer. For some reason she's in the MCU now. Actually, I'll keep that quiet. But yeah, she's in the fucking MCU and But no, let's talk about something else. This is an excellent standalone. Like, if you were just to put it on, you wouldn't like. If you didn't want to be part of the MCU and you just wanted to watch a funny movie, this is one to watch. Paul Rudd is great. He's fucking ripped as shit. And the way he tries to shrink and stuff and do all that, it is so funny. The way Michael Pena describes the situation, like, oh, I heard it from this guy who works at the bar from this super fire lady and all that stuff. You're like, it is so funny, and it's like it would work out well if Marvel did that to describe the last 10 years. Like, oh, we started off with, Tony Stark because he was in Iraq and all that stuff, and then we go back to Captain America, and it's like, we're Thor. You'd be laughing nonstop. But the way he explains how he knows where Falcon is for the Avengers is probably a good 3.5 minutes of just like, he said, she said, this is what that, and a good Stan Lee cameo in that too. This probably could have gone on a little bit longer. The action was very funny, like from adult size to micro size. You see the Thomas the Tank Engine fight. It's just like, what the hell, guys? And I'm a fan of Michael Douglas. He did a really good job in this one, as well as Antman and the Wasp, which was earlier on the list. Oh, okay. And the fight between Ant-Man and Falcon, that was always interesting too. And just him coming up with names for all the ants, that is hilarious. But yes, so where do those rate on your list? Are they higher? Are they lower? Do you agree with me about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Because technically, again, it was oversaturated. With Gamora and Nebula fighting for God knows what reason, just because they met each other again. It's like, come on, you didn't need to do that. And everything, and the immaturity of Star-Lord. But yeah, like, and they needed to do what they needed to do, and it worked. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and remember, avenge the fallen, stay silent.